I went to go watch some videos on my laptop from a New York City trip I took in December with my best friend, and ended up in my video editing apps and found 3 videos, each from 2023, 2024, and last year, 2025. So the video that I found from 2023 was a half-edited video on how to deal with mental lows. The video from 2024 was an unfinished half-edited video of my New Year's resolutions and everything that I wanted to do that year, including posting that video. And then the one from 2025 was a finished, fully edited video that I did post last year, my very first YouTube video ever, that I still critique. Usually I don't like looking through them because it feels like a graveyard of all I've ever started and never finished, or things that I have finished but never really feel fully satisfied with. But this time around, after looking at everything, all I could really do was laugh. Because starting YouTube has been a promise I've broken for the past 3 years. And yes, I did post last year, but one video doesn't really achieve the actual purpose that I have behind YouTube, which is to track my progress both as an individual and just my regular thought process as a human. And this all kind of goes back to my longest struggle, which has been procrastination. I've fought with it forever, for as long as I can remember. And consistently throughout my life, I was shown that I could start something off adrenaline, little by little skip on consistency, and just gradually forget about it. I have quit on more things than I'd like to admit, and once I realized I really did have a problem, the shame kind of started. This shame paralyzes me. It has caused me to ignore my responsibilities for weeks or even months at a time, and the guilt from letting it control me has created the need to punish myself through deprivation. This has looked like depriving myself of food and water and social interactions, or my hobbies, or sometimes even love, care, and patience for myself. But all this has done is make it more difficult for me to be able to take the reins of control and face my responsibilities accordingly. It has been a vicious cycle in my life, and particularly strong from like 2019 to 2024. So after seeing the videos I have finished and just taking a second to look at why I have constantly started things and fallen into procrastination, I have concluded that I am weak. Breaking one's own promises is a sign of weakness. Lack of discipline is a sign of weakness. Just lack of consistency in general is a sign of weakness. Before, this realization would have created this huge pit in my stomach, and I would have spiraled and found another way to just make myself feel bad about it. But now realizing it, it just makes me wonder why. Why do I break my own promises, and why does this necessarily make me weak? So while thinking about this, I've realized that breaking my own promises is a way to keep myself safe from my own unrealistic standards. This hyperfixation on my own version of perfection. The type of perfection that I chase is not based on idols or people or things that I compare myself to. Although sometimes I wish it was that type, because it's so much easier to deconstruct insecurity. But the type that I chase is the one where anything I do is never good enough in any aspect. And this all boils down to one quote: there is always space for improvement. Funny enough, this is one of my dad's favorite quotes, and it's so deeply ingrained into me that now it is just a huge part of my subconscious. And thinking about this and seeing this within myself, makes me realize that I believe if I know I won't do it perfect, I might as well not do it at all. And this is where my avoidance to really start my channel comes from. The fear that I will quit on it again and disappoint myself again in some way and just create another shame and guilt cycle within myself. So how do I break free from this mentality? Like I said, I've been a victim of this cycle for as long as I can remember, and task paralysis is one of the biggest effects of it. I always try to take care of the physical aspects of my health. This means taking a shower, eating a meal, drinking water, opening a window, going for a walk. Physical regulation always has to come first because I can't even fathom taking care of anything else in my life. Once that is taken care of in some way or form, then you can start looking at the mental clutter. Usually my mind feels so weighed down and so much like a mess that you have to kind of metaphorically untangle your thoughts. This can look like meditating and journaling, writing down all the tasks that you have been avoiding, and making a to-do list for the day. Mental regulation will always help you conceptualize the things that you are avoiding and overthinking, and make you realize these big things that you're looking at can be completed in 2 to 3 tasks. And with that in mind, all that's ever really left is to start. As someone who is always overanalyzing everything, sometimes all you really have to do is turn off your brain and start something. And a perfect example is this moment right now. I woke up today and I said, I'm just gonna get dressed to go to the gym. I got dressed. I brushed my teeth. I was like, I'm gonna grab my water bottle and I'm gonna go down to the gym. And I went down to the gym. I didn't think about the process of being at the gym. I just broke down the steps. Get dressed, grab your water, grab your keys, go to the gym. After that, I made breakfast. I took a shower. I drank water. I wrote the script. I sat down. I hit record. And after this, I will download this video and I will edit it. And I will break it all down into less overwhelming steps. Be it edit 2 minutes, edit 3 minutes, edit 4 minutes. I realized that the thought of doing the things that I want to take more of my time and take more of my effort than the actual doing of the task. So sometimes it really just means do everything you need to regulate the physical and the mental and just close your eyes and start. And I do have a better understanding now of why I have always broken these promises, but why does this necessarily make me weak? I believe keeping your word to yourself will always be the most important thing you will ever do. Friends, lovers, work, etc. will come and they will go, but you will be with yourself forever. Many people don't really understand this, but you need to build a relationship with yourself just like you would with others. Unfortunately, these relationships don't come pre-built with ourselves. So, breaking your own promises is making your subconscious distrust you and make being within yourself an unsafe and an uncertain experience for it. You will always live feeling wrong within you, never really settled and never really grounded within yourself. And all of this will consequently leak into your relationships, and you will feel like you'll never be able to get farther than the surface with anybody else around you. So, if you tell yourself you want to do something, do everything required to be able to achieve it. Create that security within you, first through the physical aspects and then through the mental. Break everything down into as many small tasks as possible, sometimes just as simple as click and record, and see how easily you can shift your life for the better. I hope something here resonates with you. Thanks for watching.